Don't be talking to me like that. The fuck? Let me fuck up.
Who is this, Soldier? Anywho, hold on. Is everybody here? Let me double check. Let me double check. Hot love.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I want to make sure you still wasn't on OnlyFans currently. Young Soldier, you here?
Man, I'm finally here. What's good?
Coffee?
I'm here.
Eater?
Here.
Okay, cool. Everybody's here. We got everybody. Well, this ain't everybody. Y'all probably never see everybody. It'll be too many of us. But you'll see about half of us. It's about 10 of us in the core group. But thank you, everybody, for coming to We Are The Initiated and believe we are the initiated. This is the podcast, episode 2, I believe. It's probably going to be titled Police Shooting, but again, that's a real life topic, something that we're going to get on way later on in the day. Today's first topic is, as far as the gaming topics, and you know how we do this, gaming topics first, because this is a gaming podcast, and we just like to talk about real stuff from time to time, which is why that comes at the end. But make sure you stay tuned because it's probably going to get heated. We always got a nice debate going on. All right, so me and Coffee kind of spoke about this, but today's first topic is the copying and pasting that games are doing nowadays. It's kind of getting real. It's been ridiculous in my opinion. I think, again, me and Coffee spoke about this. It kind of happened with Black Ops 4 when I really got irritated with it. But Madden got a serious issue going on. 2K has had its issues going on, and I don't know. It's really like the yearly titles. I don't know if they don't have enough time or whatever the case is, but here's the current issue, right? So a lot of people was getting on Madden before Madden 21 released, right? A lot of people have been saying Madden's been the same for a while. Just very little changes here and there, but of course they're still charging $60 games or $60 for their game every day. So with that, they had a hashtag NFL drop EA going on. It was like trending number 3 worldwide after like a couple of days or a few days or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So 2K, NFL, which is Madden, 21 releases. I guess it seems to be the same. I can't really say. I haven't played it. This is videos I've watched, and it's coming from the people I know who owns it, who's played it. Right? Just an information on the internet in general. It's not only is it glitchy, but it's a lot of things from the previous Maddens, and I say Maddens with an S. That's still the same in this game. There's even things that you can go in the game and see, and there's like little like tags that are supposed to say like Madden 21 over here on this water jug, over here on this bench, and it still says in the game Madden 20, but this is Madden 21. People have showed these pictures. People have went in the game live, so people won't think like, oh, this is a copy and paste type of scenario. People just photoshopping things. He was like, no, he went into, I don't know what the mode is called, but you can change it to the camera and you can go around the arena and look. This is Madden 21. He's go over to benches that says Madden 20 inside of Madden 21. That
they really did that?
They did. Like, it's all on the internet, bro. I'm serious. Right? So, but before the guy did the video, people was talking about it. And people were showing what people was really talking about, and what they were showing was 2K. I mean, not 2K, Madden 20 with Madden 19 stuff in it. And one of the developers came on and said, "That's 13 months ago. People need to kind of move on. Like that's no longer present." And then a guy made a video in Madden 21 going over to a similar bench that shows Madden 20 stuff in it and says, "You said this is 13 months ago. The game is Madden 21." With Madden 20 stuff tagged in different places in here, right? So cool. So people have again been trending this Madden NFL drop EA hashtag was like trending everywhere. With that, a lot of people went on Metacritic, right, and continued to give Madden 21 bad reviews to drop it. It was tied at 0.4 with the Division 2's Warlords of New York, right? It was tied at 0.4. The worst rated game, quote unquote game, Warlords of New York. I want to say that's DLC, but it was rated the worst in history, right? So what they did was they bombed it until it got to a 0.3. They disliked Madden so much that then they went back on there and people rated Warlords of New York higher just so we can get to 0.5 so they can make sure Madden stayed at 0.3.
That's petty.
That's what I'm saying. They did that, right? So on Google, for Madden 21's review, it was at a 2. And I think it's on a rating of 5 stars, if I'm not mistaken. And it was at a 2, right? So one of the developers, by someone else, was tagged with that rating in it saying, this is what people think of your game or your product. The developer seen the tweet. He tweeted back, a 2 is better than a 1.
Man, what?
Like, it's cool.
He proud of that? Man.
So then after that, and we finna get into it after that, people felt a real type of way about that. And I only went off on Twitter. And you know how Twitter can get sometimes. I only went off on Twitter. But then they went back to Google and took that 2 down to like a 1.4 currently. And keep in mind, out of that 1.4, whatever it is, this is like over 4,000 people currently. That when I last saw it, it's been like a couple days, maybe a few days, could be more now. But in all, like a lot of people, and these yearly titles have been doing a whole lot of copying and pasting in games, but still charging full price. And to me personally, like it's for the full price. If you want to copy and paste some things that work, then I can't say don't do it. If it's good, don't, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna force you to change some stuff because you can end up messing it up. But you can't charge me full price for it at that point in time. You can't. If you know it's reused assets from another game that people have purchased, don't charge $60. So again, I felt this way. I expressed my feelings and thoughts about it when Black Ops 4 came out. I like Black Ops 4. It's probably one of the best ones at that point in time when it released than we had in a long time. My problem with Black Ops 4 was for $60, majority of the maps, the operators, the weapons all came from previous Call of Duties.
Man, look, listen, I'm gonna cut you off.
Of it was real, but I like the game.
But look, listen, they're gonna keep producing the same thing as long as people keep eating it up. Madden is solidified within its own right. That game ain't gonna go nowhere if they can get away with working cheaply and selling it for the same price. I think they're gonna mark it up for the next generation.
I think the next console game is supposed to go up to $70. Don't quote me on that.
Okay. So basically, you're gonna get the same effort. You're just gonna be spending $10 more, and that is unfortunate for the people that play these sport games. And it's sad to say that there's no other companies out there that has that franchise that can probably do that game or that franchise more justice than what EA is doing currently. It's sad. I don't play, like, the last Madden that I played was when Peyton Manning was a QB.
Damn.
I think, well, hold on, wait, when was that? Man. I'm not even quite sure. But nah, man.
Time ago.
If they can get away with it, they're gonna keep doing it over and over again. As long as you keep buying it, they're gonna keep making it, just like Call of Duty. You keep buying the same old Call of Duty, they're gonna keep producing the same Call of Duty year after year. It is what it is. From a business standpoint, they obviously see the money that's in it, so they're gonna keep doing it. Why wouldn't you? If people keep buying the same product and we ain't pushing no type of advancement within the game, why wouldn't you? People just keep beating it up. I don't care if you rated a 1.5 star. Guess what? If you want to play an NFL game, you got to come to us. If not, well, we own this. We in here.
I mean, trying to make a game in 1 year is gonna be difficult. Trying to completely do an overhaul or add new features to everything gonna be difficult. But I think they should at least go to more of a 2 year format. You have a game out for 2 years and then you come out with a new one. Because most games going to be, hey, what was good in this game? Let's just try to add something to it or a fancy camera, and that's what Madden been doing. They just add some new to it, add some rap music to it, and hey, put it out there. Here you go.
Here you go, black people.
Yep, eat it up. Eat it up. Oh, let's not to forget. There's no point for them to even continuously make a Madden yearly for the sole purpose of, if there's no innovative things that you're producing, why not make it into like an online service? Because the only real thing that you guys are having to change, which you guys can do a server side, I believe, is just, okay, this player went to another team. That's pretty much it.
Do that. They already update that.
Yeah, but why do you need to continuously need to buy another Madden? Why do you gotta produce another Madden?
They do it because I mean I guess y'all don't play.
Yeah, it's for
sports,
money,
but I don't know, but they do it because when they do that, they wipe everything you've done off. Like nothing carries over to Madden. So all the money you spent in there and you thought you was good, now maybe the money is trailing off because hey, I'm good. But if you buy the new Madden, you got to start all over again. So now you got to spend more money.
It's
So
That's
They don't
basically, that's
transfer
what
any of
it's
your
about,
information from game to game.
spending money.
I haven't touched
care
Madden
as long
since
as you spend
08. That's how long it's been. Since 2008, I have not touched Madden. I don't know anything that they got going on right now.
The problem, they don't innovate. A lot of people said like they have video also online. I think Young Yes spoke on it that shows Madden 20, 19, 18, and 17 clips in the game. That's all the same.
That's
From-
the
What do you
same
mean?
thing
What do you mean
with-
by
that's-
clip?
In all 4 years.
Like the celebrations
that's
and like
same
the.
with,
It goes deeper than that. But the
2K.
celebrations was one. 2K has been known to do it too. Like it's just certain things. It's like hardcore mechanics from almost any of the cinematics. It's almost no difference at all. Meaning you didn't pay no NFL players or the league to get these new animations or new whatever the case to have people do. You just moved them over to the very next game. So my question for them was, what are you actually spending this time doing for this year? What are y'all actually doing that you think that you should get $60 from me? If y'all not really doing no work at all. Keep in mind, remember our $60 goes to paying the developer for the game. Like for their time for making the game. But if you're not spending that time making the game, then what am I paying you for?
God, you're paying for the pack of clicks.
The 10 clicks.
The 10 clicks, man.
The Angry Joe 10 clicks.
The Angry Joe 10 clicks. That's what
Now-
you're paying for.
Now here's another kicker to that, right? Madden or EA, I should say, no longer has the exclusive license, right? Just the license itself, no longer exclusive to just them. Now, so 2K has their license back, but the kicker is Madden or EA has the license to make simulated football. So 2K now has a license back, or if they want it. I don't know if they actually accepted it or took it or paid for it or whatever the case is. But if they did, they couldn't make a simulated football game. NFL football game. They can make an NFL football game. It just couldn't be simulated. I don't know what they would do with that. Unless they made an arcade game.
Nothing.
But it's almost like, I don't know. I don't know what they would do with that, because football itself is simulated, and you would want the closest to the real thing as you can get. So it's not like a first-person shooter. Like you got the simulation, which is Battlefield, and then you got the arcade, which is Call of Duty. Both fits, right? Because a lot of people really don't know what war is. Of course, it's more simulation, but for the people that's not in war or know anything about it, arcade, the fast pace, works for them. in football, I don't know if a lot of football games in the arcade style, fast paced and doing all type of over the top stuff would work for people that's there for the simulation. You know what I mean? Like, I think it had like a shock factor. Like, maybe they could do it for 1 year, but could they do it multiple years in a row? You know what I mean? Like, could you make a, like, EA used to have the EA Big series where they had the over the top for NFL, FIFA, Street. Street was the biggest one.
NFL Street.
And
they model.
Was it just those three? I think it was just those three. I could be mistaken. Let me know if I'm mistaken.
Street, NBA
I think
Street,
it was
NFL,
in FIFA.
yeah.
I remember FIFA because I had all three of those on GameCube.
NFL Street was that was cracking.
I don't know if you could do it. Yeah, maybe you could. Street was almost yearly. I don't know.
Yeah, they had the different volumes. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they had the 3 volumes. I don't know, man. But like I said, if I don't know. Me and Coffee talk. I would like to see 2K shit like, nah. You know what? I'm gonna let y'all go downhill. Y'all on the sinking ship, and I don't want nothing to do with you. And NFL, you with them, you cut us off. So what we gonna do, since The Rock went over and bought the XFL or co-partnered with somebody and bought the XFL, we gonna go with Rock. You know what I mean? See, we get the exclusive license and help them build up the XFL. Yeah, Dwayne Johnson. He co-purchased the XFL.
Vince McMahon's fucking football team.
Yeah, long ass time ago. When he was back in the day when he was slapping Donald Trump in the ring.
He did that.
I would work with them. Yeah, he did that. They had a fake beef. You know how Vince McMahon be fake beef with everybody. Like all the, you know what I mean? This was the rich big leagues, I guess. I don't know why you beef with somebody that filed bankruptcy, but you know what I mean? I thought Vince McMahon was higher than that. Yeah, your business ain't never went out of business. But hey, that's neither here nor there.
Get him, Vince.
That's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? Vince doing that raggedy ass thunder on people, but that's neither here nor there either. But yeah, I would go 2K.
I'm surprised Donald Trump wig didn't fall off.
I know he had that motherfucker like gorilla glue that day. It was gorilla glue that day.
He had them sewing.
He be walking like a robot sometimes, so he don't lean over the wrong way. But yeah, if I was 2K, I'd try to work with the XFL. Listen, man, we're gonna help y'all try to build whatever y'all need up. You know, build your audience, get some NFL players here, whatever the case is. We get the exclusive license and build that football franchise, and you can make it simulated. And that'll go against the NFL Madden shit that don't nobody want anyway. But I don't really see 2K doing over the top football like an arcade football game. I'm not saying that they couldn't do it, but they should be able to make simulated football. Like, and it's almost like the NFL just don't care either about they look, which you think they would.
None of them care. All they care about is making money. What they do is they copy paste the shit and put it back on the shelf. Maybe put a little new content in it, like Soldier said, new music in there. Make everybody think, oh yeah, this is the best game possible. Bullshit.
Dude, but you can go ahead and do that, but give us the good game that 2K is going to give us, and you can keep your Madden shit. Go ahead and put all that shit in your game, and now it should be a choice. Do you want the Madden shit with all the bullshit in it, or do you want the 2K? They both gonna sell. 2K made a great football game when they was making football games. So I don't see why the NFL feels like EA should be able to have it exclusive. It's not like, hey man, we take the exclusivity away, that they gonna leave and like, oh man, we can't be exclusive, but we gonna stop making football games then. Good. That'll be the only answer, but they ain't gonna do it. So why does it have to be exclusive? Like that, and that's why I talk like y'all gotta be paying, and they can do that. But I should be able to purchase 2K too. That's what I'm saying. Like, why does EA have to have Madden exclusive? You can keep on making Madden. You just know that it's not gonna sell good. It's EA's problem. They know if 2K makes a football game, that their football game is not gonna do well. That's the whole reason. Everybody know. They had to get rid of the competition because they shit was trash when they was competing with 2K. Everybody know this. They even tried to go get the NBA license too to make that exclusive, and the NBA said, "Fuck no, fuck out of here. It ain't happening. We see that trash you over there making." So I don't know how they're gonna fix that, man, or if they should. Again, like when they bashed in the NFL Madden 21, they kind of bashed the NFL too. I would think the NFL would care about their reputation that's attached to Madden.
No,
And it's not even like you need EA's money. It's the NFL we're talking about. You don't need EA's money. If you do, you better get a bailout or something to talk to Trump.
File bankruptcy.
Yeah, you got to do something. But man, that's all I got to tell on the topic.
What do
Anybody
you-
want to add anything?
All right, this
To me, it's bogus.
from this point on,
The top-
everything that we're going to be discussing is going to be copyrighted. So don't try to steal any of our ideas, even though it probably already been used. Some innovative things that you know, for me not knowing what they already got, but I'm just gonna assume and guess. First person for Madden.
I don't think they can do it.
But that'll be nice though. I'm just saying. If they can do it, if you can't, man, sucks.
The only reason why I said I don't think they can't, I don't know from a legal standpoint, but 2K did it already. And I don't know if 2K could get that copyrighted because it is first person been out there, but first person in the football game, 2K did that a long time ago.
Can you copyright a camera angle?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I just know they did it.
That'll be like an interesting feature that they can add into, along with having, you know, your entire NFL team and the opponent's entire NFL team played by individual people sitting at home.
It
Where it's
would
like
be
a massive
better.
online game. That would be sick. Everybody's
You know,
controlling their own person. You know what I mean? You got your nose guard and everybody being controlled by, you know, it's just a big old multiplayer experience. That way you're just not playing, you don't got one person playing for one team. You got a whole team. I think that'd be kind of neat to add into.
See, they issue. I don't think they care about being creative.
They don't. Because it costs too much money to be
They
creative.
don't have any competition.
Yeah,
I would
exactly.
like
That's
them
why
to,
they're not
you
being
know,
creative. 'Cause
where
they don't
you can
care.
make your own football field. You can, you know, buy different things. Like it's like I'll throw it out there, like 2K. You know, I get the fact. Okay, you can buy new shoes, new clothing, and stuff like that. Give them like a little side thing where they can go out and, you know, go to a club or something. That little basketball, football people go out to a club or something. You know, add a little side mission to it, or a little side, you know, piece.
Man, what are you trying to turn this into GTA?
You want to
All right,
shine.
they don't have
I'm
enough
just
time
saying,
to
you
create
know,
content
spruce
like
it up.
that. That's
The shit
that's
that
their
they
whole
got ain't
problem.
working with it.
And that goes into the yearly crap, because once the game comes out, you borderline split your team up at that point in time and have half your team working on content, updates, glitches, whatever for the current Madden, which is going to be 21, and then you got the other team trying to piece together a better Madden for next year. That's why I don't think you don't have enough time. Well, I don't think I take it back. It's not that you don't have enough time. I really don't think you just don't care. Like clearly,
They don't. They got the
That's
money. They got the resources. They can do it, but they don't want to, because guess what? It's not costing. It'll cost them more money to do all of these innovative things than it would be just to copy
yeah,
and
really.
print.
I think if they made a better game, I think you could make more money. I think that's almost in any.
You already own the franchise. You in it. You are like Madden is Madden. It's already solidified.
As what?
When you think of NFL, oh man, I'm about to go buy that new Madden.
But this is on a person from the outside looking at everybody. Anytime someone wants to talk about how good Madden is or how bad some Madden is, as soon as they talk about Madden, I think of 2K. As soon as I say NFL game, I think of 2K. The last football game I played was 2K. 2K was better than Madden when 2K was out. 2K haven't made a football game since I think 2K8. or whatever the
Running
case
around
is,
with the ball
or they had
bouncing
that all pro football or whatever that was. Or they can go do that. Do the all pro. They did that one year. They didn't do it again. Well, they had everybody that was like wasn't in the league no more, along with legends, and made their own football game. But they only did it for that 1 year because they didn't have, of course, the license to the NFL players.
Question, man. So did they have 3 people stacked up on top of each other with the ball bouncing on their helmets?
No, never. Never.
Good question.
Never.
I'm asking for the people out there.
No. Listen, for y'all that's listening or watching, y'all see the clips that's out there. Y'all know the bullshit that's going on in Madden. Me and Coffee talked about that too. People whole game is white screening. Players getting stuck in the running motion in the middle of the field. Ain't no players moving. And the ball is being thrown all the way in the stands and then just glitching the hell out. People catching the ball, getting tackled, and then just running around the field in the I'm getting tackled motion, and ain't nobody even touching them no more. Now, for a game that you copying and pasting and putting actual innovation into, you would at least think that these motherfuckers will be able to fix the glitches that plague their game from one game to the next. Only time you have to do, since you copying and pasting, is fix shit. You ain't making nothing. Copying and pasting is not building.
Maybe the bug is costing them too much resources and time.
To the next thing. They say the Madden franchise is brought in over $4 billion.
Well,
and they want to keep every single.
They don't have to because people gonna continue to buy it regardless. I mean, it's the biggest scam ever. They know you're going to continue to buy it, so they say I don't have to do anything different because hey, you're not smart enough to know I'm selling you last year game with 1 or 2 different things. So they're gonna keep doing it that way. And what it got to come out to is, I mean, just like when people say, hey, I'm tired of hearing the same songs on the radio. Stop listening to the radio station. They need your viewership. They need you to buy the game. If the game don't sell, guess what? They're gonna ask themselves why.
So what you think? So what are the choices? If let's say we want a better Madden, which I don't want a Madden at all. Is that the only option? That's what I'm asking.
No, the thing of it
what are options are on the table to get a better NFL game?
The option is if you look at how you get a better game is that you don't buy the new model. So when they start asking the question like, why do I have to? I should be able just to download the new things you put in the new game.
You went out.
Coffee, your voice went out.
What about now?
That was phone. Are you good?
Yeah, you back.
Like they all you should be able to do is download the new examples to the game, and then the year later they give you a new game. But if you continue to pay for it, why would they change their business model? It's working for them.
Would you agree with me if I were to say that they should go to an online service subscription type of platform?
I would. That'd be better.
Versus, spending $60 every year for a new Madden. Why not just keep it online?
I mean, that's what everybody's doing. Majority of people doing anyway.
Mm-hmm. Look how well GTA's doing. They've been on that game since
best-selling game of all time.
Best-selling game of all time. Selling the shark cars like crazy.
The problem with that though is to a very high degree. I don't know what the percentage is. Rockstar cares about their game though. Like Rockstar gives you content. If Madden went to an only subscription, all right, think about GTA, right? It's just online only, but they give you other missions. They give you heists. They give you vehicles. They give you clothes. They give you apartments. They give you jobs. They give you tools. How often it is up for debate, but they give you things for this online service. If Madden was an online service, what could you get that would be worth like GTA? I don't think you get nothing.
You playing the game.
That's what I'm saying. So if it's an online subscription, what am I paying for? Because it's not like when you get Madden, right?
Like Alana.
Madden is Madden. It's not
what
like
they
you
have.
can give me more teams. You can't give me more players. You can't give me, to a degree, more
New
fields
mission.
outside of the simulation. Because simulation, it got to be real shit. You really give me a box product. Everything I have for the game is you giving out the gate. It's not like, hey man, we only give you 10 teams, and then every 3 months we add 2 more teams. Like you really get, you know what I mean? Like you got everything out of the gate. So if I'm paying yearly, what more are you giving me for what I'm paying for?
Hey man, you made a good point, man. What if they brought back like retro teams?
I feel like they're gonna have to add something, bro. Like
That'll be cool.
They're gonna have to add something. Like you gonna have to add something that's like out of simulation though. Like maybe you need to add some off the field content as a player. You know what I mean? I seen that. Well, from what I heard, they stole the rec center from 2K, and now they call it the yard in Madden.
Nice. Nice.
So the competition that you don't want, that you don't want to make NFL game, you still stealing content from or ideas from. That's crazy. But that's all I got to say about the copy and paste, man. It should be a no-go for it's a no-go for me. The price should always reflect the copying and pasting or the degradation of any product, let alone
You
video
paying
games.
at 60.
I remember when Dead Island came out, and then when they kind of copied and pasted, they knew that they weren't gonna have the best graphic engine. They sold the next one for $40, and they said the price would reflect that, and they sold the game for $40, and people bought the game still.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Be real with yourself, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm totally against it though, and I am in agreement with Coffee that Madden doesn't need to be yearly. No sports game needs to be yearly. I said that.
A lot of games
No
should be
sports game needs to be yearly, bro. None. Only thing that needs to be yearly, or not even need to be yearly. Actually, well, no, maybe no game needs to be yearly.
No.
Because even sports games, the new series or franchise can be updated through patches and regular updates, so people can get whatever, so on, so on,
Yeah,
so. Adventure
they got
games
the
don't
system
need
to
to
do
be a yearly iteration, so I don't know.
They got the software to keep updating it for years if they really wanted to, but they don't, because when they lose out on that yearly price, that yearly sale is going to be a problem.
I mean, you're going to lose people regardless. You got to think about it. I used to play Madden all the time, but I don't play football anymore, so I don't really play it like I used to. So you're going to lose people all the time, but it's a different way. I mean, people going to grow, going to get older and not want to play the game. But you could say that 1 year, that game could be $100 to get all those extra things added to it. So you made up for everything that you was going to lose out on. So it's about changing the format, your business format. I'm not trying to make as much money that I want to make. I want to make a more quality product. Quality is what's going to keep people coming in the door. Quantity is going to get people to go out the door. Eventually, they going out the door.
That's like when people was like, yeah, man, it's dead for adventure game or single player games where there's no multiplayer. And then the last God of War came out and sales was crazy. Game reviews is ridiculous. And they was like, well, I thought y'all said the multiplayer was the thing. Single players was out. So why God of War over here breaking all these financial records then? Quality matters. Although a lot of you developers or production companies think it doesn't, quality matters.
Absolutely.
Nintendo's not in business still making their games that they make for no reason. We pay a lot of the same prices for y'all games that we pay for their games, and some of their games is like a lot of party games or whatever the case is that you would think you're not going to get that amount of time playing. People, they sales is crazy over there on the Nintendo side because they have quality. I've never heard too many Nintendo games that people just said this game is trash or it wasn't fixed or whatever. Like, it just don't happen. I'm pretty sure it's possible that it's happened now. Of course, I didn't see it, but in my face, it hasn't happened. A lot of y'all developers is blatant that y'all make bullshit. It's blatant that you make BS. Like, I went to a lot of the reviews and it's just been bad, man. Like, for a lot of people lately. these last like maybe 5 to 10 years has been a lot of copying and pasting, and it happens a lot in maybe it's really happening the most in these yearly iterations. Madden, I don't know what you're gonna do, EA. I guess it really don't matter. I'm assuming you ain't gonna do shit. Me personally,
Nope. Save that money.
That's just an assumption of mine. I don't feel like you really care about quality, bro. Like you can't like you got niggas, you got football bouncing on niggas' helmets all the way to the end zone, bro. Like the nigga, they did a little championship thing or whatever the case is, and the football player was 5 feet away from the media personnel, like they had corona, and for some reason between them a trophy was floating or some shit. Like wasn't nobody even on it. Like it was just there. Like what the fuck is this? It's 2020, bro. You know, the glitches that you have don't even make sense that you have. The shit happens in some of y'all games don't even make sense to be happening. Like right now, if someone played a game in 2020 and you fell through the map, how would you feel?
You already know. You already know, man. They gonna have to put in a hot patch for that first day. That first day patch.
But it's almost like, but I think Madden, not the people, but the fans are getting on the right page with this NFL drop EA. I don't think the NFL would drop EA though.
No.
But I do like the fact that y'all are starting to do something. Because I do remember GTA wasn't always peaches and cream. I do remember when it first came out, motherfuckers couldn't play the game, and people was all on Rockstar ass. Like
servers were down.
We was people was down there protesting. We was all online in the forums, anywhere that you could talk about GTA. Man, this is garbage. Fix this, so I can't play the game. Taking this shit back. Like people was snapping, and they fixed it.
Rightfully so.
They fixed it. As soon as people complain about content, bye, you got content. Like they give you stuff for your money, and this is why people almost 7 years later still playing a $60 game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much money they put into it, but they're playing a $60 game that they're willing to put more money into in microtransactions 7 years later. They didn't have to make another GTA every year, and keep in mind, their game make more money than yours. They game 7 years old, and still this year is going to outsell Madden. Get your shit together. That's all I'm gonna say about these bitch ass niggas. They bang it.
Man, why they gotta do that, man?
They bang.
Tell us how you really feel.
It's acronym. Bitch ass niggas. Don't take my shit either. It's copyrighted.
Yeah, seriously, man.
And I don't even play y'all games.
Hey, man, they gonna put his character in there every time. Like that one dude that got tackled.
My dude's stats are gonna always be zeros.
Yeah.
Off the board.
That dude that got that one video where the guy got tackled and he broke free from the tackle and he like kept doing the animation for falling all the way to the end zone.
Yeah, so another dude just posted yesterday. It happened to him too.
Like he broke away from the tackle and just.
So it's not even like it was like an accidental glitch. Like it's happened to multiple people. That same exact glitch happens to multiple people. Fix your shit.
And it's the same engine, I believe. Y'all should know that engine like the back of y'all hand. Y'all ain't really doing much with it. Y'all should know it. It's crazy. They should know their engine every single in and out. They probably been using that for for the past 3 years, 4 years at least.
See, that's the thing. But when you copying and pasting from something that already had bugs, you just moving the bugs over to your next shit, and it has its own bugs along with the previous bugs. You never fix the shit.
EA gonna be like Blockbuster. Y'all remember when Blockbuster was the thing where you would go and get a movie at? That's what EA gonna be. They eventually everything gonna pass them by because they continue to do the same model. They're not trying to innovate anything different to give you more pleasure for your gaming experience. So therefore, somebody else gonna come along, maybe 2K, and you're gonna give them a shot, and people gonna just not buy EA just because of that. So you got to understand, you don't want everybody to feel like all of your games are like this. So if Madden like this, people are going to believe every game that you make is like this. That's why you have to go fix Madden ASAP.
What's crazy is that most of the games is like that. You got to think, EA dropped a lot of games, dog. Like, a lot of people don't know the amount of sports games, even just on the sports side. EA Sports was just more than 3 games. Like, really, we see. And I'm sorry.
No, they even had UFC when they had
really,
that dumbass Game Pass where you had to buy the game and then it came with a pass for you to play online. But if you bought a used copy of the game, you would then have to individually pay for the pass, and it costs like, man, they done so much.
So
I think that was EA. Hold on,
this really wasn't, you know what I mean, aimed at y'all. This is the copying. We talk about copy and paste across the board. Madden is just the latest victim of doing this shit, and we trying to, you know what I mean, say something like, well, we victims. Well, the Madden fans are victims. I haven't purchased a Madden since pimping been pimping. You know what I mean? So ain't sweating me, but I do feel for the industry, the gaming industry as a whole. You know what I mean? There's other people out here copying and pasting shit. To me, Call of Duty has done it too, and it got to stop. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
It got to stop. It's not cool.
A lot of game companies need to follow suit.
We were talking about WWE K20.
Yeah, wrestling, copy and paste a lot.
Yeah. We were talking about that. Your son wanted to get that, and I was like, hell no, because I already bought the damn thing. And I'm like, it ain't worth it.
But now they offering an alternative. 2K doing a little arcade wrestling.
No, but
I think it's out now. I mean, it's gonna be glitches and everything. You know what I mean? Like, they can get fixed over time, but the initial release, I don't think there's been a perfect initial release of any, especially multiplayer games.
It's because they're always trying to rush everything out. If you just give it time to, the game to mature and the developers to learn how to take the glitches out, it'll be better. That's why you have to go to a longer process. If not, you're going to always have
playing the same thing, mind you, but have me fucking playing where I'm not doing a body slam like I'm supposed to, or I can't even pin the fighter real good.
I can hear you. I can't hear anybody else. I can hear Lil Bro when he was talking, but I can't hear nobody else. No, I hadn't heard Isha in a minute.
Can you hear me?
Isha? Soldier, can you hear Isha?
What was the last thing Isha said?
I can hear everybody.
Nope, I can't hear her.
She's asked, can you hear her?
Oh.
Y'all, I said something because y'all was kind of talking over each other for like a minute. And I was like, oh, maybe they can't hear each other.
I can't hear him.
Y'all gotta make sure. On y'all screen, make sure that the other person is not muted. I don't know if y'all can control that or not, but maybe somebody muted on accident on the screen and you can't hear them.
On mine, Hot Love is muted on mine. I don't know how I got muted like that, but on my screen, her.
She muted herself.
Yeah. Like if I mute myself right now, it's gonna come up with a little.
But I didn't mute her on my screen. It seemed like whoever is control.
Can y'all hear me? This is.
Yes, I can hear you, Isha.
Okay, I can't hear. I hear Soldier, but I don't hear the other dude and Lil Mama in the party.
I don't know what's wrong with y'all stuff. But anyway, we're going to move on. We're going to try to make our way around this technical difficulty about these two not being able to hear each other. We've been 40 minutes on this. But anyway, stop copying and pasting bullshit in the industry. You understand?
We will not.
You still going to do it. But for the fans, hey, listen, man, I don't know what y'all could do. In all honesty, man, just stop buying the shit, man. Like, hopefully 2K can I want 2K to find a way around this situation and give y'all a football game. 2K football games was cold. 2K football games was cold. And I think that's the only way to get Madden better is to have competition. Some industries and some businesses And some developers, some companies need competition to push their way forward because they're not going to do it willingly. EA has gotten to the point where they don't want to do it willingly. No matter what we say, they don't want to do it willingly. No matter what you guys say, and you buy the game, I don't. They don't want to do it. So your best bet, you know what I mean? Find something else. That's all I can tell you.
Love you, man. Don't hurt us.
Yeah, kick your ass. So everybody remember, in the audience, whatever you do, whatever you tweet, especially if it's about sports, especially if it's about Madden, hashtag NFL drop EA, just because everybody else is doing it. Try to get that motherfucker back up to number 1. You understand? Next, we're gonna move on. We're gonna keep this thing pushing. Let me see, what is next?
We can get into
okay.
a serious topic now if y'all really want to.
But this one shouldn't be that long. Shouldn't be, right? So, prices has come out, right? A little bit. That the lowest price of the new consoles would be $399. The whole $399, which is like my personal opinion.
What?
Listen to what I'm saying. On the low end.
Say it again.
On the low end. Right? And there's going to be, I'm pretty sure this probably goes to different variations because there is supposed to be different variations from what I heard on both sides. So there will be multiple prices in this launch because you're going to have a different set of systems, right? So like you're going to have the PS5 and then you should have the PS5 digital only. I think that digital only thing is going to be $399. You understand? $399 for the digital.
Why y'all got so sexy?
Yeah, $399 for the digital box.
Yeah, $399 for the digital box. Shout out Hodge Twins.
Making all
kinds of financial gains. You know what I mean?
Oh my
God.
But from what I heard, right? So something came out recently, like yesterday, day before yesterday. I guess Pringles got something going on, and then they got this giveaway or raffle going out. Somebody broke down what they were saying. Long story short, it seems like the Xbox X is going to be $599. So on the low end, $400. On the high end, $600.
Okay, that's reason. That's about.
I think that's the high end, right? Xbox X. Now there's supposed to be the Xbox Series. Yes, that's the Xbox Series X. Mm-hmm. X for X-ray. Now they also, from what I heard, is going to be an Xbox Series S version. Now I think that's the digital version. That'll be $400. Or that might be the one that has the lower specs in it for the $400. So, question: would y'all pay $600 for a console nowadays? That does keep in mind of what it does.
Been there, done it. Well, I haven't been there, but when I was a kid, and Xbox 360 Elite came out, that boy was like $700.
Mm-hmm.
That Xbox Elite was no laughing matter.
I know the PS3 was $600.
I believe the Xbox. Let me look at that.
I think it's expensive.
I believe that it was.
Higher too.
I know. We've been averaging 400 like crazy. I don't know. Like I said, for what it does, I ain't got too much to say on it. For what it does, I pay $6.
Yeah, that's not bad.
For 4K at 100 some frames on a console.
That's good pricing. You can't beat that.
And I get my backwards compatibility for all my Xbox One games, which is just the added bonus. I got $600 for you.
But my thing is, okay.
4K.
That goes by what I said before. If we got backwards compatibility, why the hell are you still making the same goddamn game that we already played? If we already got backwards compatibility.
What are you talking about, man?
Like, okay.
You should about to rant, yo. Hold on.
Brother, cook? Go ahead, cook. Talk your shit, little man.
Well, keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. Make your choice.
Yeah, like the fucking like that mafia shit. Why the fuck everybody's repaying for it? Or even Tony Hawk. Why don't you just have backwards compatibility instead of charging people. You charging people extra fucking money for playing the same games they already had.
Well, for
Because
those,
Already
they
do that.
remastered
those
them.
games are remastered. That's why they're remastered, and you're gonna pay for the new updated version of those games. That's why.
Yeah, but
Like if they bring out a new Grand
I
Theft
get
Auto,
Tony
they're
Hawk.
gonna add some new content to it, so it's not gonna be the same rinse, wash, and repeat from the previous generation of gaming. But it's just gonna be updated with new tricks and new music, and like Tony Hawk 1+2.
Yeah, I get
came
Tony Hawk because the only time
Similar maps, but it was
you could play
graphically
Tony Hawk
updated.
was on PS2 or Xbox One. I mean, not Xbox One, but Xbox, the regular Xbox, the very first. Or you played it on Nintendo 64. But I'm talking about games that we already have that was on the Xbox 360. Why the hell you remaking fucking games that we already got?
People didn't play it.
Yeah,
you got a
probably
community
requested
that loves it. That's why.
People probably requested them, or you got to think some games been gone since like this whole generation, along with part of that last generation. So some of these games probably haven't been around for probably 10, 12 years, which means like the newer players probably never played those games. There's going to be a lot of people that buy Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 that never played or probably even heard of Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Plus, I think Tony Hawk in the situation, they probably doing a reboot. If I was them, I'd be doing a reboot now that you got 1 and 2 out. Because it started to fall off. So I think their situation is a reboot.
Tony Hawk Underground was my shit. Ooh.
Tony Hawk used to be that fire.
Damn, that's how you tell us
Come
how
home
you
after
really
school,
feel.
grind some rails,
I remember.
drive that little green car, that green Mitsubishi.
Y'all talking back in the day, a lot of people don't know about this, when demos used to be common. You know how long I played Tony Hawk 1 Pro Skater demo using a bow and then whatever that building was? Man, I played the motherfucker like I owned the entire game. The rest of the game was just locked to me. That's all I needed was the bow, dog. I was at
$1,000,000 trick.
work. Man,
Yeah.
could you try to do the specials and whatnot?
Yeah,
But-
a lot of y'all don't know. Back in the day, they used to send demos through the mail.
We
And they
need
used to
demos
came
now.
in where they came in Game Informers. I think they came in the Game Informer magazines.
PlayStation did.
Yeah, and they would have like a list of demo versions of the games that you could play pre-release, and obviously they're fucking demos. But I used to spend, just like what Lynn said, I used to spend days just playing the same stuff over and over because it was fun. I miss those days. I ain't gonna lie.
We need demos back. Demos really haven't left, but majority of people, especially the people that make
EA
the
gonna be
shitty
like
games,
Blockbuster.
won't
Y'all
give you a
remember when
demo.
Blockbuster
They
was
know
the
you ain't gonna
thing
buy.
where you would go and get a movie at? That's what EA gonna be.
We need
They're
countless
gonna,
developers
eventually,
make
everything gonna
demos.
pass them by because they continue to do the same
It should
model.
be a
They're not trying to
requirement.
innovate
We ain't
anything
putting your shit on our
different
platform
to
until
give
you get people a demo.
more
So we don't
pleasure
have to worry about
for
them
your
trying to do
gaming
refunds.
experience. So
It's
therefore,
costly.
somebody else gonna come
Man, who
along,
was that
maybe
that had
2K,
that big old thing
and
that
you're
was
gonna give them
going
a
on,
shot, and people gonna
people were
just
demanding
not buy
refunds
EA just
for the
because
game.
of
I
that.
forgot what game that
So
was.
you gotta understand,
It was a
you
big
don't want
old.
everybody to feel like all of your games are like this. So
I
if
can't think. I can't
Madden
recall.
like this, people are gonna believe
Anyways,
every
that's
game that
neither
you
here nor
make
there, but
is
they
like
do need to
this.
release demos.
That's why you have to go fix Madden ASAP.
Dang it, hold on, y'all. People bother me. But okay, we gonna go head over to Soldier. I don't know what happened to Coffee. PJ in here somewhere.
What's going on? We
Good.
gotta introduce PJ to the community. If everybody don't know, that's the
I'm
only
just happy to be here.
Yeah, go ahead and check them out
Hello,
on
PJ. How you
YouTube.
doing?
Go ahead, drop YouTube. You know what I
I'm
mean?
alright. I'm alive. How are you?
All
Is
right.
that PJ the portal?
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
PJ said he got some stuff on his mind.
How you mind, dear?
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. You put me on the spot and I was not ready for this.
No, you had to say nothing. I'm just letting them know. PJ said, you know what I mean. He's gonna have to talk to y'all or whatever.
Oh yeah. Let's see, something sophisticated. All right, y'all talk about games. Y'all talk about games as we all do.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing Ronisha said about playing old games, nostalgia is a bitch. Everybody wants that feeling in the end. You know what I'm saying? So, the thing is though, like, I think there's a good way to do it and a bad way to do it, because people will feed off that nostalgia. Like, for an example, we go back to Tony Hawk, right? Tony Hawk 1+2, you know, you got a whole bunch of added stuff. You got 2 games. They're both cheaper than technically when they first came out, because they're $40 rather than $50 versus Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. Now, if you ain't never played that game almost broke the series.
I've never played Pro Skater.
Yeah,
Five
I
was bad.
played
Always.
it. I played it.
It was terrible, but people want to have that feeling as when they first played the game. Like, think about it, when the little tiny NES consoles came out, those sold out in a day.
It's because they're always trying to rush everything out.
Kingdom Hearts,
If you
Kingdom
just
Hearts
give it
1.5,
time
2.5,
to,
2.7.
the game to mature and
those
the developer
sold
to
well. I mean,
learn
it was
how
only
to
$20
take
for
the
like 4
glitches out
games in one.
to be better. That's why you have to go to a longer process.
So
If
you're
not,
going to get that.
you're
You're
gonna
going to
always
get that.
have
And
that.
then also with the console, because I came in right when y'all talking about console prices and stuff like that. I really don't think it matters how much it's going to cost, to be completely honest with you. And the reason is because, like, if people really, really just want to play games, they could literally spend that same amount of money and just go get themselves a PC.
I can hear
yes,
you. I can't hear
You're
anybody
spending that
else.
amount of money on a phone.
I can hear little bro when he was talking, but I can't hear nobody else.
Yeah, you can do a
I get
thing with the
everything.
phone, bro.
I hadn't heard you should in a minute.
I get
True.
everything. That's my thing, but that defeats the backwards compatibility. You know,
What was the last thing
100.
Isha said?
because if you got a game, say like you said,
Nope, I can't
NFL
hear.
or whatever, somebody's crazy want to play that damn thing.
Oh,
Why would you have to go out and buy a brand new fucking game when you already got that backwards compatibility?
Okay, I see what you're saying there. I think again, it depends on how they do it. So if you have a remaster, this is my perspective. I really want to get that new. Have y'all seen the new Mario stuff for Nintendo? Like the new
Yeah, they got some
All-Star.
type of edition.
Right. I am not going to go buy that 3D.
on
I really want to
mine,
play those games, but I'm not going to go buy it because they
Love and
didn't
Is muted
change
on
anything.
mine. I don't know how I got muted like
limited
that. But on my
situation with
screen,
that.
her
What I heard.
Right, it was something like that, and it's like it's cool to play that, but like I need a price drop for the exact same games. Versus
but I didn't mute her on my
remaster.
screen. It seemed like
But that's what I'm
whoever
saying. If you have a remaster, you're gonna add stuff. Tony Hawk 1+2, they added a lot of things.
Yeah.
Creator customization. You can create a character. You can make your own park. They made it so you don't fall through the floor as much. All this stuff. The graphics are updated.
Like I said, I get that. That's one of the old games that was way back in the 90s. I get that, but I'm talking about the new games. Well, not the new games. I'm saying like Mafia 1 or 2. Those are the games I'm really aiming at. I just use Tony Hawk Pro Skater for an example. You know, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, ain't nobody played that in 10 or 15, 20 years. I'm just, I get that. Okay, you remade it, but Mafia, we just bought that about 3 or 4 years ago, where Mafia 3, not Mafia 1, but Mafia 2, you bought that like 7, 8 years ago, and then you had that Mafia 3 that came out 2016, and you remaking it. That don't make no sense.
In certain situations, it's going to make sense. It's maybe shouldn't happen to everybody or for everybody as far as like some games, but my takeaway, right? So I purchased all the Mafia so far.
Me
3
too.
is the trashiest one.
Which was the one that was released.
3 is the trashiest one. So now if you got a new generation coming in to your games or to your game franchise, and 3 is what they have to deal with in their situation, I just make the argument that, hey man, I ain't finna go buy 1 and 2, 3 trash. So now you got to get that stink off from them fast. Mafia 1 and 2 was nice. Nobody's finna go back though and go buy those on the old console. I'm not finna go in the backlog and go buy a 360 game so I can see if the game was good or not. So they're picking a game in the franchise that did well, that was well received, and trying to pick that game up and bring it back to this generation.
I think I see, but she's saying like if you already have had that game and played it, I think that's
Yeah,
what.
because
That's
I
the
got
game.
all
Then
my.
it's not for
Here's
you.
the thing, y'all gonna get
That game is not for you then.
y'all gonna shoot at me. I got all of my 360 games. I never all my games, even from starting with Nintendo to Atari and shit. I got all those. I'm a game collector. I was proud when they came out with the backwards compatibility, so I don't have to go and pull out my old consoles and play this shit. I can easily play it on my PlayStation or either my Xbox. Cool, Andy, fine. But the fact that you sitting up here saying, "Oh yeah, well we got the trilogy out, so you can play it on there," I'm not hell to the no. Kiss my ass. I'm not paying all that.
A lot of people don't have that.
Play.
A lot of people don't have the access to it like you do, though.
That's what I'm saying. That's why in that case, Mafia 1 is not for you because you have it already and you've experienced it. But since the 8, 9, 10 years that it released, there's been a lot of people come into gaming that never played that game. And they're not going to go play it from 360.
Yeah, no, you're not. No.
So,
I would play it on the new system.
But that's why remasters are never like full price, like $60. You know what I mean? Like Tony Hawk is giving you 1 and 2 for the price of $40. It's like $20 a game. That's a deal. Most remasters come out at a very cheaper price, which is normally around $40.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen one that came out that was like $50 or $60 yet. I could be mistaken. Check me if I'm wrong. But I think they normally come out around $40.
You know, I mean, Ronish, I agree with you. But basically the answer is they just trying to capture a new market, people who may not have seen it and stuff like that. That's put it in layman's terms because I mean, y'all all right? You ever played the game Dead or Alive?
Yeah.
Fighting model is trash.
Man, I love me some Dead or Alive. I love that old school Dead or Alive. They put out Dead or Alive 5. They put out because they had a little increment of change. Each time they put out a new one, but they put out Dead or Alive 5 about 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying none of that. No, I bought the first one, and that's different. You just keep putting stuff out. Like I don't like how they're doing GTA 5. They're running that to the ground. I'm tired of it.
What? No, I'm appalled, sir.
Hey,
It's a great game.
Leave it alone.
Oh, we got a debate. We got a debate.
I agree
Need
with
to
them.
chill.
I agree with them. They need to let GTA go. I mean, look, it's a cash cow. Easy money is being made. Easy money.
But here's the thing. GTA is in the space where you can't let it go, even if you wanted to. So how do you let it go? Do you close the servers?
No.
How do you let it go? It's still up there. Again, people don't have to buy GTA. People are just playing GTA at this point in time. I haven't purchased not one shark card, but I still can hop on there from time to time to play it. So how do you let it go? They're working on the next GTA, but you know it's not gonna come out no time soon. So how do you let GTA go? They just give you people content to play the game, to continue to play the game.
That game should not be a launch title for the next gen.
I hope so. Oh no.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, it's not. You keep it up. That's cool. Like I figured it was gonna last a long time anyway. But
would you be happy if it was GTA 6? Would that help?
But this is the space that GTA is in. There is no competitor for GTA.
Saints Row used to be.
Again, that's what I'm saying. There is no competitor for GTA.
For most of Saints Row, 1 and 2 was good.
Calm down.
But the rest of that Saints Row, they just lost
game ain't have a leg to stand on, man.
They lost their goddamn mind.
Goddamn joke.
Because it wasn't the same maker on the third one, that's why.
Yeah,
what happened?
That wasn't the same maker on the third one. Because there wasn't the same makers on the third one. That's why they stopped making the third one.
Okay.
No, they made the fourth.
How can you add dildos into a game? You just kill the whole moment.
You be adding them.
Who does that? That's why I stopped playing it. After the third one.
You a hater anyway, so.
No, man, but GTA, man, that game has, I think, had the longest life within any game I've ever played.
But yeah, there's no competitor for it. Even if they didn't want to do nothing else with it, there's no competitor. People
It could have been
go to it
Saints
to play.
Row.
No, it could have been Watch Dogs too. It could have been a lot of shit.
It could have been, yes. Right. I miss Watch Dogs. I should go play that.
I actually been seeing like a resurgence, like people playing the multiplayer and stuff. I actually need to finish Watch Dogs 2. Anywho, or what? Like, where the fuck is Sleeping Dogs at, man? Square Enix.
No,
They
yeah,
got Sleeping Dogs 2.
Where is it? Because
Sleeping Dogs, and they had a multiplayer over in. Oh, come on, man.
That game came out. It came out October 10th, 2014, man. Haven't seen anything or heard anything.
Bully. I don't know if y'all ever played Bully. Bully was.
I think they're working on that. I think they're working on Bully.
They make it on the second. They're making the second one.
Yeah,
okay.
They're working on that.
But that's Rockstar, so and that's open world, so it's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Understand.
At least I can
But
say
they've
one
been
thing
saying
with
that
Rockstar.
for ages, though.
But because it takes so long for them to make a game. If it takes 5 years for them to make an open world game, and they got like 4 open world games, then damn near you have to wait 20 years to get the 4th one. You know what I mean? It took them 5 to make GTA 5.
And Red Dead.
It took them 5 to make Red Dead 2. Whatever the next one, whether it's Bully or GTA 6, is gonna take another, at least I'm guessing around 5. So by the next one, let's say the next one is Bully, right? So let's say we're gonna get Bully in 3 years. Boom. That means GTA 6 won't come out for 5 years after that. That'll be 20 years between those. That's what I'm saying. But one thing I do like about Rockstar, they normally put their whole team onto a game. They don't half-ass it like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I seen somewhere that they were actually doing like casting calls for not casting couch.
Casting couch. How love that?
Casting calls for voice actors for Bully out there in the UK. So they are working on it.
They're gonna get together. It's one of the open world joints.
That's all I wanted to know.
It's a time issue when it comes to open world games. You know what I mean? At least I can say that they kind of do it to right in a way, because they're gonna give you the open worldness of the multiplayer, and they're gonna give you a story, and they go to the distance of paying actors to, you know what I mean, not only do the voice acting, but you know what I mean, come in and do some physical shit like, you know what I mean. So that shit takes time. You know what I mean? I understand. They give you like a half-ass game, so even though they might give you a half-ass story, but they don't give you half-ass game.
Fable 4 is coming out.
Shut your ass up.
Soon.
Oh,
Fable 4. Yeah.
Man, what's going on with the beef, man? Oh man, hold on. Before we even touch off this topic, man, what's going on with Forza, man? Why are we still rocking with Forza Motorsport 6?
What you mean?
I think
Microsoft?
Yeah, man. Like, I believe on the Xbox 360 they had like multiple copies of Forza. They had like Forza 4. I think I'm not sure. Gotta double check, but I'm waiting to see the next Forza Motorsports, man. I'm excited for it.
When did the last one come out? What year was it?
What was what?
What year did 6 come out?
I think it was at the launch date. Yeah, for September 15, 2015. It was Forza 6, and then Forza 7 for the Xbox One.
I don't know. You got Microsoft.
They've been focusing on Horizon for a minute. I mean, they're doing a good job there. But man, I want Forza 8. I want Forza Motorsport 8, man.
Yeah, you gotta talk to your boys. EA. Hey, what the hell is Killer Instinct at? You gotta talk to Microsoft about that.
Oh man, we ain't worried about Killer Instinct.
They just added on to what they got right now.
So
that's all they're doing. The Killer Instinct.
I didn't see nothing. I ain't seen nothing new in years.
No, I didn't say it's anything new. I feel like that's just pretty much all that is right now. Just hey, we thought of a new character. Let's just make a new character and throw it in this one that's already out.
Hey, but if in their case, I would accept that if they kept doing it. But they haven't added anything in years. Like to them, before them, you don't. So this goes back to the copy and the paste and shit, or people who can get away with doing subscriptions. Fighting games can get away with doing subscriptions. You unless your engine or fighting system was utter trash, and you got to revamp that whole situation. But if your blueprint and your foundation is solid, listen, man. Next year, just add some DLC. You know what I mean, for characters, stages. You know what I mean, shit like that. That's all you got to do. You don't have to make a whole new game. Killer Instinct is one of the things, like, y'all already had the foundation solid to where you can add characters. So why don't you just continue to add characters? Let people buy the characters and shit like that. Like, why stop the whole thing? Like, that was an exclusive. Why did you buy Rare anyway then, if you're going to have to make one fucking game? And then they just put out, what's the other game they just did? And they did Sea of Thieves.
Oh, Sea of Thieves. Sea of Z's.
Correct. So,
hey, I heard they did right.
Rare was a cold company. Rare used to be like looked at as one of the top ones when they was with Nintendo.
007 GoldenEye.
One of the top ones when they was with Nintendo. And then Microsoft got them and then didn't do shit.
Oh shit.
Especially being over there.
And they had a whole bunch of. Oh, they had Conkers too.
Y'all. Yep. Conquer was my shit, especially at the Matrix scene.
What's wrong with you, man?
They stole the Matrix shit. That shit was fire. But I think that's the Nintendo joint.
They even made
hashtag blame PJ. Put that everywhere.
Wait, hold on. Say that again. Wait, hold up.
Moving on.
Extra
Blame PJ. Oh my god.
That's rude. Just because I came in here late?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that meant.
The downfall of Rare. The downfall of Rare Entertainment. Microsoft letting people die. What they need to let die is that Halo. You let that shit die. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh man, Halo could be just so much better than what it is. It really could.
Halo gonna come.
I ain't saying they can't.
Like, I know y'all fucking lying.
Listen, everybody that's in here know we Xbox people. We only want the best for it, but we're not getting that. And I don't know why we're not getting it, but we got to keep it real.
Is it wrong of me to say that I could care less about Halo?
Yeah.
Like,
Not because you don't play it. So.
Like, I've been there, played all the Halos. I stopped at ODST.
You stopped at ODS. Yeah, you stopped at the worst one.
Exactly.
That's why you stopped.
That's why I stopped. I had enough.
No, you should have skipped that. Ooh, skip that one. No,
I jumped out of the abusive relationship.
I like 3. I was cool like that. The little ending scene where where it's just a non-stop fight between you and the Covenant. They just keep coming. Mm-hmm. That part hard. I love that a lot.
Pause.
Oh no, wait, no, that was Reach.
Pause.
Sorry, that was Reach.
We're gonna pause that.
Learn to respect.
Yeah. We gotta get a pause on the soundboard.
Yeah, man, that was. You said it was hard, bro.
I mean, can you get your mind out the gutter, or we raised this way or born this way?
Deep off in there. But yeah, man.
Disgusting.
To me, Halo, man, it's a done deal. It's that ship's already sailed for me. It's gone.
No, I understand. I completely understand, bro.
I mean, unless they make it as a launch edition for the next Xbox, I probably won't be out there at the store trying to get it. Or
yeah, you gotta worry about it. I think as long as you got Game Pass, they're gonna put all they stuff in Game Pass. So,
well, it's still not gonna be downloaded.
Oh, you play it. You gotta at least try it out. It's gonna be working.
GTA already takes up too much gigabytes of my shit. So
no, that's Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare is at like 200 some gigs.
A ridiculous amount of goddamn updates. Every other day is an update,
and they don't compress well at all. But so do you want to get into your personal situation?
And oh man, this is home, close to home. So, about
So
Hold on, this a real life scenario?
this is a real life scenario, man.
All right,
So,
this is on the Young Soldier 93 with today's real life topic. We try to give y'all one real life topic outside of video games per episode, at least one, because normally, we trying to give y'all the feel of us when we just playing the game. We play the game a lot, and then those playing the game and talking about video game moments, we talk about real shit all the time. And it gets hilarious, and it gets heated, and we debate, and we talk, and then we kick people out the party, and then we all just blame it on hot love. You know what I mean? Then later on that night, we go to her OnlyFans page and look at her nudity pictures she got on there.
what?
You got
That's
me
for
No,
another
we
fucked up.
don't.
episode.
You
No,
got me
we
fucked
don't.
up.
Don't
I,
lie.
I didn't get that memo. Wait, I didn't get a memo.
I send you her link afterwards. I got you.
Cool.
You got me fucked up.
Man, what's
You get a
wrong with
discount
y'all?
on your subscription.
I don't
Hey,
do
man.
I don't do that
Free.
shit. You be telling yeah.
What?
Who be selling? Who be
Yeah,
selling
some 2K.
something?
You. After some 2K.
All right, listen. When I want some taquitos, I'll call you. All right, to the end, you know what I mean?
But what happened to that Taco Bell last night? How did you handle that? Great, right? Amazing.
I'm saying, how did this? I'm
I'm
going.
about to record and remove you immediately. You carried away. With this shit. All right, we're gonna talk about
All
my
right.
personal situation. All right, on the Young Soldier
All
with
right.
today's real life topic.
So obviously, as I mentioned before, man, this is home to the natives of our area. 25-year-old veteran of the Cleveland Police Department was shot and killed about 2 days ago, September 4th, about a couple days ago. So, literally, the next day, one of his, I believe to be, long life partners on the force ended up committing suicide. And in all honesty, I don't even know what to say, man. It's sad. They did get, from what I'm seeing, they did have 3 arrests that has been made since the incident with Thursday night shooting, and it's sad, man. It's I don't even know what to say, man. It's close to home, bro. it's fucked up, man. You got police officers committing suicide, and I seen a statistic earlier today, and they said that for every 100,000 police officers that are on duty, 22 of them take their lives, and it's sad.
So you say 2 cops or 1 cop committed suicide?
One cop got shot.
Mhm.
Was
And
in
it
his
was
patrol
his
car,
partner.
and he was on the force for 25 years, and one of his partners, couldn't handle it, and he ended up committing suicide like literally the next day. And it's a sad event, I mean, officers are human just like us. Everybody has their ups and downs, and I don't even know what to say about it, man. It's cold. It's a cold world, man. I don't know,
Well,
man. How y'all feel about that, man?
I understand where you coming from because my husband is a cop, and there was one time, I think 2014, where he went to go break up a armed robbery at a liquor store, and he never used his gun before, and the guy shot him in the chest. Luckily, he had his bulletproof vest on, to cover that. And that's saying I'm scared, for my husband's life and for his friends on the force. They are mainly is supposed to protect and serve us. Just imagine. you know, some crazy ass criminal do something and take away a person that's in your family. It's real hard. And I don't know. Anybody else have anybody?
I have a question. The one that committed suicide, did he didn't have a family?
I'm not even sure about that.
He
Not
had
even sure.
He had,
I mean, the guy, I'll say his name since it's already published. Nick Sabo. He's a 39-year-old Cleveland police officer, and he ended up taking his life. And you know, I'm just the majority of the time, you know, he probably did have a family, but just him losing
just,
probably
you
his
know,
long life best friend. You know, because when you're on the force, everybody is your family, and you look at them as a family. And when something like that is home, some people can't manage it. They don't think, oh man, he's gonna be all right. He's just gonna go out, do his regular patrol, and he's gonna come back home. One day you don't. How you gonna react? And then there's no telling, you know, how long. I'm not sure on how long Nick Sabo was on the force, but he probably done seen some things that added up in the totality of him saying, you know what, man, it ain't even fucking worth it. Fuck it, I'm gone. He probably done seen all kinds of shit. And maybe that was just the straw that broke the camel's back.
Well, I gotta assume he didn't have family. If that's the case.
I don't know.
you can't really say that because I don't care if you wasn't married or you don't have kids. You still somebody's child. You know you still somebody's nephew, daughter, or
No, I'm assuming
whatever.
he didn't have family.
A
Like he
wife
wasn't
and
married.
kids.
Yes, with kids is what I'm assuming.
But depression and all of that hitting so close to home, you know, it you don't think. You're not thinking logically at that point. It's just a whole bunch of hormones that are just raging through your head, and you're just like, fuck. And then all these emotions that are going through, and you're not thinking about that. You're like, man, fuck it. Maybe he done got a divorce. Maybe his life was already falling apart. I don't know.
That's why I asked the
And
questions.
one person.
Because I don't know.
But I mean, there's a lot of people that commit suicide and they have loving families. It's just that, you know, if they've been out there and served in the military, they come back fucked up. The service, man, is rough. Now, I'm not speaking from experience, you know. I
No, I'm
can't.
not talking about just people committing suicide. Period. It's the reason why you commit suicide. This is what I'm trying to figure out. I couldn't commit suicide
Maybe.
based on my partner committing
Maybe he was a
suicide if I
crooked
got
cop.
a wife and kids.
Maybe he was a crooked cop. Maybe the people that shot him, you know, they was doing some crooked shit. I don't know. Maybe he said, fuck it. There's about to be an investigation probably launched, and I'm gonna take myself out. I don't know.
That's why I would want to know why people think he really commit suicide. Like, was it really because his partner passed? And I'm not saying that can't be the case. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to seem insensitive.
Right.
But why did he commit suicide? If I got a wife and kids and my partner passed, I mean, I probably was closer to my mom than my partner. I'm been for sure closer to my mom than my work partner, closer to my grandmother longer than my work partner. And if they passed, I wouldn't commit suicide. So if my work partner passed, I wouldn't think I would commit suicide. And I got a wife and kids at the crib. If I can tolerate those deaths, I mean, it's just another body. I mean, not to mean another body, it's another person passed. I don't know if I would commit suicide because my work partner is, you know what I mean? If anything, I probably go, I ain't gonna say nothing, you know what I mean? These people, internet being tried to kill me. I'm gonna hold that with me. But I did some shit I wasn't supposed to do. Somebody, you know what I mean? Like some retaliation type shit, if anything. Me taking my own life is gonna be the last thing. But I wonder, you know what I mean? We'll have to follow that, see what's going on with that.
They said before he went, he wrote several posts on Facebook talking about his buddy Detective James Skurnovitz, the guy that got shot,
Mm-hmm.
and you know
Do
he says
do we know what happened with the partner?
I don't think he had a partner at that time. I think some of the officers they solo it.
No, like the good friend that they got. I'm assuming murdered, right, on the
You
job.
don't think
I'm
that
assuming.
Yeah.
they might have been lovers or something? Because that's pretty. Oh my!
Probably. I don't know.
Guy. I mean,
I'm trying to see how the partner
There's nothing
died.
wrong with
Like,
it, but I'm thinking that could be the case too.
I'm trying to see was the partner like killed on duty, or the ex-partner or his friend was killed on duty.
The officer that was killed on duty, we're just gonna call him James.
I need info.
He was on duty. He ended up got
like
I
a
believe
bad stop.
Yeah, something like that.
You just shook it up too.
And they said that 3 people were arrested, 2 teenagers and an adult were arrested in the connection with the investigation. So I mean, they got him, if that is the case, right off the bat, like damn near as soon as it happened. But with the tensions between the community and police officers, man, everybody needs to be a little bit more understanding. Police out here, they're not all good, they're not all bad, and
the problem with the civilians have though is when that's the case, because again, I'm a person that look at like there are rotten apples at every job. Sad to say, at every job. No one should ever think that it's not. Right? In any job profession that you want to pick,
there's a
there
piece of
are
shit.
bad apples there. Now,
Put it bluntly.
I say that to say there are some professions where there shouldn't be allowed. I don't know what you can do to weed that out, but it's something that should be done to weed that out. We can't have, bad people in certain positions. I said it to say law enforcement is one of those. You can't have that. Now, when I see everything on the news, not just me, civilians look at it like, who do we trust then? Once I see a boy in blue that's been crooked, and there's multiple of them, when I get pulled over, yeah, I'm nervous because I don't know if is he crooked? I don't know. Is he gonna do something to me? I don't know. This is not me taking up for any civilian that did anything that they shouldn't be doing. I'm just saying, I don't have a gun. Like, this man could be crooked, and he's walking up to me with his hand on his pistol, and I ain't even did shit. Did I run a light? Did I run a stop sign? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. My place is good. I think they good, but you know what I mean? You got a person walking up to you with his hand on his pistol already.
Right.
You know what's funny?
He was tense.
You know what's funny about that? People really, really don't understand because they haven't dealt with that type of shit. When I used to work, I used to do door knocking. This doesn't have specifically anything to do with the police, but this is just a misunderstanding of cultural differences, especially within America, being a black person. And I used to door knock, and I didn't want to go to this house because it had a Confederate flag. Now, if you like Confederate flags, I just don't understand. They lost. They wanted to keep their right to have slaves. I don't understand why you want to have that. I don't get it. So, this guy tried to explain to me what was the cultural significance behind a Confederate flag, and why I shouldn't be afraid of it. I'm like, this is my issue. If I or other people can think that it's immediately racist, then there's a possibility that the people who are living there can think the same. How many people out here really do their homework?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Yeah.
People just go based off of a lot of BS and see on TV, off the internet, just whatever. And that's the same thing. That's why I like with white friends who try to tell me not to be afraid of cops. I had to explain it to them like that. Like, I don't know what's going through this person's head. I could get hurt. I could really get hurt. You have no idea. You don't really know what's going on in somebody.
And I'm just trying to make it to the crib.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People get pulled over at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning from a second or third shift job. Nigga, I'm trying to make it to the crib. I'm getting pulled over. You know what I mean? The dude don't even get out the car. I'm sitting here for 5 minutes. Now another wagon pull up. I know my tag's straight. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't run no light or whatever the case is. Now you get out, you know what I mean? You see 4 people getting out. It's nighttime. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody around. People out there, you know what I mean? Knocking on all my windows. Nigga, I'm gonna be tense, bro. What the fuck is going on? I could be laid up in these motherfucking bushes or something on the side of this motherfucker and when nobody even up.
That is true.
It's an awkward situation. You know what I mean? Like, there's a big disconnect between law enforcement and the people that they are paid by them to protect. It's a disconnect. I shouldn't be scared of the person I'm paying to a degree. If I'm a taxpayer, I'm paying you to protect me. I shouldn't be scared of you if you show up. I should have to fear for my life or my well-being when you arrive on scene. You damn near work for me. Damn near. Don't take that out of context, people. They work for the people. They work for the residents. They work for civilians. You know what I mean? Like, they work for the people to protect and serve. That's for the people. You're supposed to protect us and serve our best interests lawfully. That's what you do. It's on all your vehicles. You take an oath to that. No, I shouldn't fear for my life or wonder what's gonna happen when you show up. I should, oh man, they're gonna cop. This is part of the reason why there's been a big disconnect with the minority, especially with black people and police, and for who knows how long, centuries. It's because normally when you show up, you on some bullshit, or at least used to be, I could say. And I have people that's in law enforcement. I was in law enforcement to a degree, not a police officer. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be like that. Like, there should be a sigh of relief when you see the police in most situations. Or there should just be nothing. Like, I got pulled over. Oh, I know what I did. You know, I ain't gonna worry about it. And people shouldn't be walking up to your window with their hand on their pistol if you're gonna write me a ticket for running a stop sign or a red light. It's not warranted for you to be having your hand on your pistol. For what reason? You know what I mean? Now, if you ran my plates and seen that I got in trouble before, I have a past, I've been known to have weapons or something like that, hey, protect yourself. You know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? If that makes you feel more comfortable with approaching me, because I could have something in the car. But if that's not the case, you shouldn't approach that person like that. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't. And I'm pretty sure that's not the case most times when people just get pulled over for random shit.
Right.
Or get approached by the police in random situations. Again, like old boy that was in the car, soldier that we talked about in the situation that happened up here, a week or two ago, that's been on the news where the guy got shot in the back 7 times after he broke up a fight. He broke up a fight between 7 girls. But between some girls. Police arrived on scene. He's letting them handle the situation. Okay, I'm gone. Y'all here now. I ain't got nothing to do with that situation. I was just trying to be, you know what I mean, helpful in the situation. Now y'all trying to stop me. Nigga, I'm going to my car. My kids is in the back seat. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to help. And then I get shot 7 times in the back. And I seen people in the comment, yeah, but they didn't know what he had in the car. It wouldn't have mattered. They shouldn't even have to follow me to the car with their hand on their weapons because they ain't did nothing. I can leave a scene. I'm not involved in the situation. Mm-hmm. Just because you arrive on scene don't mean that you can detain or arrest anybody. You try to question me, guess what? I have the right to not to talk to you. And if I don't want to talk to you and this is my car and I want to leave, I can do that unless you arrested me. If you're not arresting me, I'm free to do what the fuck I want to do. It don't matter if you feel like I got something in the car. Or that's like if the police arrive on scene and you stand in front of your house, now you should be scared to go in your house because they might feel like you going there to get something. No, nigga, it's in my house. I don't want to be involved or see whatever the fuck going on out here. They was arguing, possibly fighting. I'm going in the motherfucking crib. That's all dude was doing. I'm going to the car. I'm done. You know what I mean? Like, I even helped out. I tried to break the shit up. And that's what you get for breaking up fights and shit? Shot in the back 7 times? Good thing old boy lived. I forget his name. I will have to look it up, but he lived. You know what I mean? That's fucked up, bro. And his kids in the back seat seeing him get shot. Come on, man. What we doing? That shouldn't happen. You followed the man who didn't do nothing. You followed him around the car the whole time. 4 of y'all or 3, however many. It wasn't one. It was 3 or 4 motherfuckers out there with hands on their guns. How many hands on guns do you need to control one suspect? So someone let me know.
The messed up thing about it is that when he was actually going into his car, the officer, he could have subdued him. All he had to do put his gun away, literally, and just you can bear hug him from the back, and if you need to, go ahead and body him on the ground. You didn't have to shoot him. I mean, like it's the least lethal tactic. Should have happened. No.
But I would even want to know, what are you grabbing him for at that point in time?
Yeah.
Nah, it doesn't make sense as to why they even. What's the point of even taking your weapon out?
Yeah.
Like remember dude that was helping
I was
like his
limping back to
patient.
the car.
Right, on some real shit. Y'all remember dude that was laying on the ground saying that his patient had autism while he was like chasing like a toy car in the middle of the street. Y'all remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, dude was laying on his back with his hands up, and they still shot him. That makes no sense. And then I saw recently a video of this white dude walking around the street with a knife. He tried to stab the car doors of the police car, and they did not shoot this man.
They used beanbag rounds on him.
And here's the thing. I'm very, very against making comparisons. Like, I really don't like making comparisons. That's what I'm saying. Like, like people keep trying to make comparisons of, oh, well, this black person did this, and you had a seance for him, basically. But this little white boy got shot by a black guy. Where's his justice? I'm like, well, the dude is in jail. What do you want?
To add to that, PJ, and then you can continue right quick. To add to that right quick. I seen the video where the police pulled over the white dude. The white dude feels some type of way. He's yelling, screaming. The police trying to stop the dude from getting in the car. He's pushing the police off of him. The police still won't let him. He get out, push the police officer, and get to chasing him. He's chasing the policeman around. Then he stopped chasing him. Then he runs to the police car and hop in the police car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dog, like the situation was funny. Now that's it. Don't take it light. It's not like he got shot or anything. Like nobody died.
My thing is,
but let that be a black man do that.
Black person or a Latino person.
You were shot a long time ago, bro. A black man cannot chase a police officer in public, man. Let alone jump in his police car and shit, dog. Like, come on,
dog. They had the theme music going on?
Yeah, like, this is like a 1950s cartoon or something, dog. It's like Tom and Jerry. Yo, come on, man.
God.
It didn't make sense. Well, I don't want to say it didn't make sense. It's the life of a weird. It just doesn't make sense when it comes to the racial intensity that's going on. No minority would have got away with doing that. I'm willing to say, not only black people, no minority would have got away with doing that. He was pushing the police officer down.
No.
He wasn't falling. He was pushing the police officer back, let me say that. He was pushing him back. He refused to do whatever he was saying. Then when he got out the last time, he chased the man. Police officer would have had the gun on the black guy or a Mexican or Puerto Rican the whole time.
Hold up. I want to make something very, very clear too. Minority, also, if you're listening, if you are a poor white person, America doesn't care about you either. I just want to make that
even clear. White people with felonies are minorities.
That's pretty much it. Yeah,
white people who have felonies are considered to be minorities. You're not Caucasian. You know what I mean? You white. You ain't Caucasian though. You gotta know the difference. There is a difference. Y'all do have an upper class there, and you could be down so low that you get treated like black people, white folks. You see what's going on in the streets now. Police be pushing y'all and going upside y'all head just like y'all black.
They don't care if you're 85 years old.
No, it's just like
when anybody in the streets that's going for Black Lives Matter, they treating y'all like minorities now.
Exactly. But remember when that old Caucasian man got pushed down and busted his head, bleeding all over the place?
Leaking, and the president said, "What he say?" He's like, "Oh, that old man was attacking."
No, and then the police try to say, "Oh, he tripped and fell." When there's video saying that nigga, we see you pushing this man,
right? Push him into the gravel, man.
That entire squad, I think they ended up getting fired. I believe.
Correct. I think the governor, mayor, whatever the high end up over there, you know what I mean, got rid of that whole unit. The people that y'all see in that video, if I ever seen that video, is an actual unit, and he got rid of that whole unit. Where
I'll be
I
right
believe
back.
he forced them to resign. Well,
Alright.
they were forced to resign, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that, but I don't think they're police officers no more.
But you see
that was
how
a
quick
correct
they are to
action.
lie, though.
That should have happened.
You see how quick they are to oh no man, he just tripped, man, no man, bro.
Yeah.
Like if you fucked up, own up to it.
The thing that made it worse was the one dude that tried to tend to him. The one police officer tried to tend to him, and the dude made him stand up and get back in line so that they could form in line. I was like, come on, bro, you don't see this shit. It took the 2 military guys to go down to see what the fuck was going on. Shout out to the military. I'm Army myself. That don't fly, man. Like you can't.
Yo,
that's a no go.
I got another story for y'all. I got another story for y'all too. I got some other real shit for y'all real
What you
quick.
did, PJ?
All right. So I don't know if y'all heard about this one. This one's interesting too. So I think I can't remember what city it was. But I know this happened because I have a friend that went to this rally. There was a rally because someone at a high school, I think it was a teacher, died, and one of the students decided, hey, let me support him by bringing my Blue Lives Matter flag. So the school banned it because it said it doesn't want any political things going on. Like they didn't really want the BLM, around, for this dude's death anyway, which I agree with. If I die and you bring flags that do not have anything to do with me, if you bring an AA flag to my death, to my death or whatever, we're having an issue. I'm gonna haunt you. So here's the issue. They're having a rally now to basically reinstate the Blue Lives Matter flag as something that they could fly within the school district. And I'm like, why? What is the?
Because it's freedom of expression.
It doesn't make sense, bruh. It has no national nor cultural influence. If you tell me it does, I'm gonna tell you other nationalities and other cultures also have police officers. Do not tell me it has a national cultural influence.
Lives.
Right. Like,
bruh, profession.
It's
not
right. Like,
that is,
I can't stand it. I can't believe that people are so against fixing shit that they made a protest for a protest. That's basically what it is. Oh, you think black people matter? Psh, nah, blue people. What?
Yeah.
Nobody's blue.
Martians are worse.
Oh, they wear blue. Yeah, exactly. I think it's
they typically wear black.
yeah, it's real shit. I think it's also hypocrisy that that the Blue Lives Matter flag is just a American flag with a blue line.
Blue line straight across. Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I think we're getting into, that's why honestly I feel like it's kind of getting into Civil War territory, because you're trying to say this is more American and this is more makes us a nation is this occupation, and I feel like that's also a deeper rooted, bigger issue. Okay, that's what all I had to say.
Yeah, I can see it. Oh man, look. At the end of the day, go ahead.
You know what, too? And this might be a side note, maybe it's a topic for another time, but something I just thought about. When, just going off the Civil War situation, when the Civil War ended, do y'all really feel like the North and the South has come together?
Oh, it's still a discrimination against.
Maybe that's why it is the way it is. Like, we still have two mindsets of a northern and southern country. We just, the South got to a degree, do what the North kind of put in place. Like, we're just one now. But I don't really, you know what I mean? I feel like a war was fought, a war was won, and then niggas just left and went about their business and left the South to do whatever they did, because niggas in the South still had slaves.
Right.
To a degree. You know what I mean? Secretly still had slaves in the South after they lost.
I think it goes even deeper than that. Like, I had the same conversation. I had to say, hey, welcome back. But I had the same conversation basically with one of my homies, man. And I was saying that American people are in some kind of way indoctrinated. Like, if you look at history books, Black history only goes back to slavery. Why is it that we got slavery, but you could go back? Oh, Christopher Columbus, he didn't find anything. So, little stuff like that. Like, think about it. Okay, here, the ice cream truck. I'm going to ruin something for you. The ice cream truck song
Racist.
is originally a minstrel song called "Nigger Loves a Watermelon."
Correct.
You know, stuff like that. And people who are
Damn.
so indoctrinated and so focused on this shit don't obviously don't want to learn. They don't really care. They just want to have their status quo of them being on top, and them being on top is basically white privilege and keeping other minorities down, including other poor or felonious white people. And when we start breaking that norm down, that's when they start to retaliate. So now we have a whole retaliation, all these people who say, oh, fuck black people, all this type of shit, because apparently our lives don't matter. And for anyone who, oh man, I know obviously people who are racist are not going to listen to this, but if anyone does not like black people or is not okay with minorities or anything like that, here's what I really want to do. I really wish we could make this happen. I want them to go 2 days to a week without using or listening to any invention that has been brought to America, created in America, or a derivative of a black invention.
Oh no, that means no light.
No light? Shoot, no stoplights. You can't drive your car. You ain't got no AC. You can't wear.
Oh yeah, I forgot, man.
You can't.
Yeah, I forgot all about
Can't
that.
use the
That's
broom,
what I'm saying. You
dustpan, can't go
Black
in
man.
air.
No, you can't do none of that. Like people don't know that EMTs that was created directly because of a black man, and school lunches created because of the Black Panther Party. But nobody wants to bring any light to that, huh?
Well, I think people fail. I don't want to say fail to realize. There's some people that just don't want to notice.
Man, we
the
even
shit
made ironing
that's
boards.
right in front of their face.
Yes,
Like
it is.
America, whether you want to believe it or not. And again, I was born. Well, y'all don't know. I was born in Mississippi, so I've dealt with racism before as a kid. I've seen it. I've been back home for family reunions and experienced racism. Laughed about it. I was shocked and I laughed about it. And I don't think the dude laughed. He found it funny. I found it funny because I'm like, dude, he was still racist like 2015 or something. Like, that shit old. Like, it's washed up. Like, that shit ain't trending no more. Racism ain't trending no more, my guy. You gotta leave that shit alone. That's how I took it. Because I had been up north for a long ass time at this point. That's neither here nor there. So when I say this, don't say like, oh man, y'all don't know nothing about down here. My family members is down there. Majority of my family is still from Mississippi and live in Mississippi on both sides. So America is not white. Although from I don't know what y'all are taught, Caucasian people from certain ages, that Caucasian people that are racist, America is not white, nor has it ever been white. Majority of everything that's here was built by minorities. Majority of everything here exists because of the minorities.
Majority means power.
Huh?
Majority. The reason why people have majority is because it's in terms of power.
Educate them on something. Y'all say, oh yeah, for the black people, Latinos, and whoever else to come in here, go back to Africa, go back to Mexico, go back. How the fuck we gonna go to some shit we ain't never been? If you were born in America and your ancestors were here, guess what?
Tell them to go back to Europe.
No. Your motherfucking ancestors are Native Americans. This is where the land supposedly is the land of the Native Americans. It is not the land of the white people. It's not the land of the black people. It's the land of the Native Americans. You tell me to go back to Africa? That ain't some shit I ain't been in. Never had, never been. My parents are originally from here. My Native American roots. So don't dare tell me to go back to fucking Africa. You can kiss my ass on that.
Here we go with this again.
Hey, let me hit y'all with a little fun fact. You know what we using right now? The microphones. Guess who helped make that happen?
Black man.
Dr. James E. West.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So when I say the majority, like everything that we have now, whether it's food, whether it's electronics, whether it's no matter what type of product it is, majority of it, borderline, even the stuff that's the minority of it, was probably still stemmed from a minority invention or a minority idea from the minority. So white people have never ran America. America was built and runs on the group that was almost forced to be here, along with the original group that was here, which is Native Americans. You can get rid of almost Caucasian people to a degree, and America will still run. Majority of everything behind the scenes, y'all are just like figureheads in whatever companies or businesses or behind the scenes shenanigans you have. You really don't put in no work. It's still minorities. Our best scientists in America are minorities, not white people. Not white people. Y'all can go, and I'm not saying do that. I'm just saying, and America will run. On the flip side, if you got rid of the minorities, America will not run. It'll be a blaze. It'll be a wrap. Y'all, if y'all had to come back down to work, to put in work, to build, you would just die. That'll just be just it. So we are a group, and if you don't look at it as that and keep on looking at it, nah, it's white, then you blind to yourself. Like, at least be real with yourself. You got to be real with us. You ain't even got to tell me or tell anybody that you acknowledge this fact. You can keep it a secret to yourself. But as long as you acknowledge the fact, maybe you would move a little bit different, knowing that your food, your funds, your family, financial income really depends on the minorities in America that's doing whatever it is that they're doing.
Yep. And if it wasn't for the black businesses, black people keeping these these businesses open right now, man, be it.
This is what I'm saying.
Nobody's in on the opportunity shit.
Nobody's
we can find gold over in America. This look, ain't nothing but some Native Americans sitting up there. We can go ahead and what trips me out, stop calling Native Americans Indians. It's a fucking word for fucking savage. I don't like it. Please stop doing it.
Look at that. Isha had her out, y'all. She don't mind her, you know what I mean? She ain't had her apple juice today.
And this everything that we talked about, man, some of us in here are mixed with every other type of nationality.
So me personally,
I'm part
Native
Irish.
American.
I got some English in me.
10%
Native
French,
American,
and I'm African American. Soldier, what are you?
Half white and half black. I got Irish bloodline.
PJ, what are you?
And Native American, Cherokee.
Black Native American.
And Isha?
Native America, black, and Irish.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not coming from, I guess, the upper level white people, the Caucasians maybe, will look at us as black because we are
black. We're dark.
In America, we still looked at as black instead of what we are. You know what I mean? If that's black, then hey, it's cool. We are Americans. Someone that's black and native, black, Irish and native, black and white, that's American. That's American. You tell me what percentage of Americans, of you white people that run America, I'm assuming by white you mean European. I'm assuming by white you mean European. How many, like that families has been here, not just came over, that's immigrants for the last like maybe few family generations. What people say, hey man, my family been here since so-and-so. And you really mean to tell me you believe that you're 100% European white? I doubt it.
No.
So white, that's what I'm saying. In this day and age, I don't think you're white. Go do a blood test. Show me a paper that says you're 100% European. Show me that. Then you're white. Till then, you're a minority. You're a minority like us. That's what makes you American. Because if you are 100% white, European, you're not American. This is what America is now. The entanglement. Shout out Jada. The entanglement of cultures. You know what I mean? Hold on. What are the drums on this joint, girl? You know what I mean?
Listen out, man. There you go.
I mean? Ben of mixed breeds. That's America right now. That's how we understand other people. I know white people and I'm cool with white people because you might be part white. You grew up around white people. You might be part black, so you grew up around black. This is how a lot of white people, what deemed white people, can look around and say, hey man, these black people, it's my brothers, because they grew up around them. They might be mixed with them. That's why I grew up around them. That's America. This is 100%. If you're 100% white, you ain't American. And outside of that, nigga, if you're American, then you need to act like it. If you are quote unquote white and you mix with something, you need to act like it. How the fuck you looking down on a part of yourself? That's stupid.
Have you seen that story about there was a KKK member and he did the I think he did the 23andMe and found out that he had he had a little bit of blackness in him.
What happened?
No, it's all that happened.
Most
man.
of them are like,
I agree.
come on, man. We been knew that a lot of y'all family members, y'all ancestors, was out here
They was getting down.
dipping in the pudding.
Yeah.
Whether they told y'all or not. Like, how many stories or how many times we heard stories about slave masters or slave owners sleeping with slaves? That was a regular thing.
It was a common occurrence.
That's what I'm saying. That was average day shit. Hey man, you get out, go sit on the porch. I want to sleep with your girl. You did that. They did that. You know what I mean? Like, it's funny a little bit, but it's not. You know what I mean? Like, so I say that to say, you what you think you are been watered down. You're not white. I don't even get why we can still use that word white, because should nobody be white? Like, if we could, what are we considering black? Anything with minority blood or anything with African American blood? Is that what black is? And then what's white, if that's the case? White is the absence of black, right? So anybody that don't have any type of black blood in them or gene in them, they white. Or y'all just walking around saying you're white, knowing that you have black in you. Because I feel like a lot of y'all are not white. Again, white, I'm assuming that you're 100%, bro. And I don't think it's too many white people in America, nigga. Unless you just came over here a couple generations ago or something. And you ain't really been dipping in the pudding like that, nigga.
You know what the sad thing about it is that the Irish and the English had beefs. They had beef since the potato famine. They've been having issues with each other forever. But then you got the English and the Irish coming up and being buddy and saying fuck the black people when the Irishmen and women were oppressed by the English. So it's not even like a true thing about white. Like, what is white?
That's what I'm saying. And I don't think people really ask the question. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
I wonder what is black.
It's like, are you like 100% like, oh man, I'm English. Fuck all the Irish people and black people. Oh, okay. Fuck you too. Go back to Europe. Go back to the England. Go. Bye.
So I don't know, man. We might have to get to the bottom. I mean, I doubt we get to the bottom of it, but as a people, as Americans, we need to figure out what's looked at as black. If anybody know that's going to listen to this or watch it on YouTube, because it will be there, comment. What like, not what you think black is. What's the actual term? Why do America use that now, white and black? And then what is it? Who do we dictate as being white and who's black? Is what I need to know. Who the fuck is white? Or can I start just checking the box and saying I'm white now? Can I put that on applications and shit going forward? Like, hey man, no, I'm white. This is what I identify as.
It's stupid, man. It's
You can actually.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like a confusion.
It is. Nobody, they think, oh, well, I'm white. Well, nigga, what are you?
That's what I'm saying. What are you then?
Oh, you're Irish. Oh, so guess what? Your relatives were treated just like black people.
I'm probably gonna say, no, I'm American. Some dumbass nigga's gonna say that.
No.
Yeah, they are. That's 100% facts.
Oh, you white? What are you? I'm American. Someone's gonna say that, and I don't know what that is.
No, what you
because if I'm thinking of American, someone like me would be American. My people didn't ask. Half of my people didn't ask to be here. The other half had their stuff taken from them. I'm almost as American as can get. One of my people had their shit completely stripped, and the other one had their shit completely stolen and brung over here with my other people. I would be American, or anyone like me that's mixed in this whatever the fuck is going on would be American for what North America, or actually I wouldn't even say North America, but for what America is now. This is what it is. If you should be anything other than this, then I would assume then you're not American. I don't know.
This is why I hate when motherfuckers they claim this racist role, man, just because you was taught this growing up. I mean that's a big part in it. But at some point in time, you gotta be a grown adult and look into the shit yourself. Is this question your teachers or your family? Is this really what went down? No, they don't. They accept it for what it is and move on about their day. And they got this misconception of black people being bad. Black people bad. He black. He darker than me. Bad. Stay with him. That's what it feels like.
And you're gonna have a black dude digging down your sister later on tonight. She ain't gonna tell you about it.
That's
Obi, I'm coming back home tonight, brother.
Fact. You know, we all know how white women love black
Y'all
dogs.
need help.
You keep it
Man,
real,
why you
bro.
had to take that for me? He was having
I'm keep it real, man. I'll keep it real. Keep it real. What you want me to do?
you keep it real, man.
And on a side note, right, about the Confederate flag, because they still do, you know what I mean, have that down south.
And a lot of people don't know the history behind the Confederate flag. They think it's just something new. They think it's something new.
I'm gonna break it down real simple, right? For people that probably can't explain it, of why it's not a good thing or whatever the case. This is not the whole reason of why it's not. This is just a big positive on why it shouldn't be a thing anymore. Once you, to a degree, right, bring something to a fight and it symbolizes the fight, or you add it, it starts becoming a symbol of the fight, depending on what it is.
Yes.
Back in the day, when y'all was doing racist shit, y'all had the flag with you everywhere the fuck you went.
Hey, out here.
You had it every fucking where that you went. You brought the flag into this. If it was just what it was, and it just was on the fucking flagpole outside of schools, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But you made a symbol of, no, this is, you know what I mean, white privilege. You holding it up, white power. You holding up, white this, white that. You made it a part of the fight. Now it's looked at as one of the signs of racism. Because all the racist people was using it when they was doing racist shit. So yeah, minorities who want that shit to go. Because it's a sign when they look at of racist. Your people, your ancestors made it that. Not us. Not us.
Oh, no, wait. Hold on. The Confederate flag was also called the battle flag. So, fun fact.
Y'all did that. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't do that. We didn't give ourselves the word, you know what I mean? Nigga. Y'all did that. Y'all made it the term of what it was. Right? Same thing with y'all flag. Y'all made it what it's looked at to be today. Got nothing to do with us. Got nothing to do with us. We don't like it now. We want it gone. It's a simple word. No, it's not. Yes, it is. The minorities are the majority in America. So if the majority feel like that shit is racist, then it's racist. You lose already. Not to mention they already got the fact on their side that your ancestors.
Hey, look, listen.
You
Just tell niggas to be real with themselves.
Get it the fuck out of here.
Tell niggas to be real with themselves at this
And
point.
if you really Americans and you all about America, you should embrace the fucking American flag. Why the fuck are you even you flying a flag from a side of the people that lost?
Facts.
You lost. Why the fuck are you still on the court if you lost? Get the fuck out of here. But you really Americans, right? You should. Why you not walking around? And even with the people that walk around with the Confederate flag, you should have the American flag with it. You don't even do that.
No, they walk around.
You're not embracing what America is. You hold it on to what you thought it used to be.
They walk around with the Nazi flag now. They go hand in hand. The Confederate flag and the Nazi flag, they're going hand in hand now.
It's a sign of ignorance. When you see it, it's a sign of ignorance. Now, I'm not saying you can't do whatever the fuck you want to do. Again, this is America, and I gotta take the good with the bad. You free to do whatever the fuck you want to do. If you want to walk around with it, get it tattooed on your fucking forehead, I don't care.
Go ahead, clown.
Do what the fuck you want to do. Yeah, you know what I mean. I help fight for the shit that you're able to do. You can do it, but you look stupid when you do it, and when you argue for it, you look even more stupid. I'm gonna keep it
half
real
of
with
these
you.
motherfuckers that got the flag. And half of the people that got the flag, they're out there in the military serving with people that they kind of hate. Oh, the minorities. Oh no, no way. I can't have you here. Get out.
Nah, they got.
But
it just stupid.
Let me.
But that's all I have to say about that.
Let me read y'all a little something. So during the war, the Confederacy and its military forces used a variety of flags, but the flag that became the most associated with the Confederacy was the so-called battle flag.
Mm-hmm.
Organizations such as the Sons of Confederate Veterans adopted the flag as a symbol of Southern heritage, but the flag also served as a potent symbol of slavery and white supremacy, which has caused it to be very popular amongst white supremacists in the 20th and 21st centuries. So therefore, that flag is a symbol of racism. You can't debate it, bro.
You can't debate. It's the same thing that happened with the Nazi flag. When Hitler
Yeah.
was over there doing everything that he was doing, we had fucking Nazi flags everywhere. It became a symbol of racism.
Oh,
Whether
let's
you
not.
wanted to or not.
Hold on.
I
I
read
ain't
what you did.
Hold on. Didn't Hitler only want blonde hair and blue eyes, but you got white people with black hair? Oh no, you can't be a part of that. You can't be rocking that Nazi flag. You got to kill yourself, bud. Don't do it. We need you. We love you. We care about you. You know, we're all people.
Listen, we
I respect-
gotta get on one page.
we all need to be on one page.
We
correct?
all stuck on this rock together. Right now, for better or for worse, we stuck. Well, not technically stuck, not really stuck. You know what I mean? In America together. We live here. Our families here. Our roots are here together. And however we got here, from back then when all the bullshit happened to right now, that shit should. It is what it is. There's nothing we all, any of us can do to change that. No, a lot of us don't forgive people or certain races for doing the shit that they did. No. You know what I mean? I remember, what was it? Somewhere where someone said, they asked something about an apology for racism or whatever the case was, and dude said he wasn't willing to give an apology, but he would say America wouldn't be where it is today if it wasn't for the work of the minority people. It was a white dude that said it.
The white people wouldn't have done the work.
I mean, we all know.
It would have went.
There was a whole reason for having slaves anyway. They wasn't gonna work.
Nah, we're the
Which is
supervisors.
crazy,
here.
because almost like y'all never wanted to work since day one.
But
That's some lazy
I wanna
motherfuckers.
Not
Not all
ask.
y'all. Hold on, let me clarify this real
No,
quick. before you go ahead.
just
Let
tell
me
the
clarify
damn
this.
truth and shame the devil.
And nobody telling the truth. This is because I don't want people to take some things out of context. It's
Yeah,
not that
no.
me or anybody in here don't like white people.
No.
Again, my
Half
brother,
white.
Young Soldier's half white. Each is in here. She's half white. You know what I mean? It's not. It's nothing against. It's not. I won't say it's not personal,
Just
but
be
it is.
real,
It's
bro.
not that is. You know what I mean? Like, we don't dislike white people at all, and ain't nobody saying shit like that. But to those out there that are ignorant and act certain ways towards minorities or act better than because you figure, quote unquote, that you're white, this information is for you. You got nothing. I got nothing against any color here.
Same.
You know what I mean? I work with a lot of them. Been in the military with a lot of them. Cool people to me. I've been military with everybody damn near, actually, besides probably someone that was actually full native. You know what I mean? So I've been around everybody. They all got their ups, downs, they good, bads. You know what I mean? Across the bar, I would say everybody's cool. You know what I mean? But we do have a group of people in America that fucks it up for the whole.
The bad
You know
apples.
what I mean? They like the crooked cops in y'all race that fucks it up for the whole. So when we're talking about white people, we're not saying we're not talking about all y'all. We're not even talking to all y'all. And so know that. Like this is not coming from no racist shit. Like we don't dislike white people or anything like that.
No,
I just want to clarify that. You know what I mean? For people, oh man, they just only talking about white people, man.
No, there's bad black people, there's bad Mexicans, there's bad Asians, there's bad Indians, there's bad. Everybody's got a bad apple in the bunch.
Yeah, it's just
It
your
is
bad
what it
apples is trying to separate the unity America is. That shouldn't
Yes.
be tolerated on either side, not just by black people or Asians or Hispanics. It shouldn't be tolerated by y'all either. Like, nah, man, yo, you can't be doing that, bro. Because again, like we here together. We in America right now together. We have to move forward together. If you're going to be here, there's no time for separation.
Amen.
You know what I mean? Like, if we built America together to a degree, we probably couldn't. America probably wouldn't be what it is right now if one of the races would have took off.
Right.
So it is the way it is right now for some of us. Good for better, for worse. with the black people, Asians, fucking natives, Hispanics, and white people. For better or for worse, this is what we into right now. We have to continue moving forward all together. The separation is doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense for something that we built right now. Like right now, we all partners in what the U.S. is right now. We're partners, whether you like it or not. There is no America without black people. There is no America without Asians, Hispanics, Native Americans. Damn sure, for the fact, Native Americans, nigga, you wouldn't have land to be on. And it wouldn't be what it is, for better or for worse, without white people. So get over the shit. You know what I mean? No, we shouldn't be flying flags that's a sign of separation. Confederate flag is a sign of separation. It's only for white people. Back then, it was only for white people. This is not a white person's country. So no, you can get the fuck out of here. That's all I got to say about that. So you want to close that shit out or what? Or somebody else got something they want to talk about or something after Soldier? No. We all want to say for next episode.
Well,
Shoot, I'm hungry. I need to
next
go
time we get together, remember you are special. And
yeah, it's almost Eastern curfew time. You know what I mean? She can't be online after 9.
Listen, man, everybody in this party, man, we do want fairness. We want equality. We love everybody. We treat everybody with respect, utmost respect.
Exactly.
And
we love video games.
And things.
Peace, love video games.
Video games is gonna bring us together. Remember, you heard it here first. The initiator told y'all first. Video games.
But we want you to take care of yourself and each other. Respect and be mindful of others.
Mm-hmm.
That's facts.
And also,
what you got, PJ?
Follow me on YouTube, Aaron Animal, H-E-I-R, and then Animal. I just want to do shameless plug. Thank you. Air.animal on IG.
Come out of the party now. Hurry up.
Yeah, we're gonna put it up there on the YouTube video for y'all to see. For those of you who listening on the streaming platform, it'll also be on YouTube at LA Styles. And I have all their social media stuff. Their social media stuff on the screen for y'all to see, just in case. I also put in the description too, just FYI, which I didn't do last time. But that's neither here nor there.
I just want to say something before we close it. I want to offer my condolences to the officers' family that lost their lives, and then all of the other people that unfortunately lost their lives to senseless shit. And it's unfortunate, but we gotta do better, America. We're all in this together.
And this probably won't be the last time I say this, but we'll at least say it once on here as a reminder. Nigga, go vote. It's coming up.
That's right.
Whatever the fuck going on.
I don't even vote for it. Honestly, that's another topic.
I'm not here to tell y'all who to vote for. You know what I mean? It's none of my business per se. You know what I mean? But what I can say is the numbers for our last vote in our last election was trash. Was utterly trash. A disgrace. We got to do way better than that as a whole, as people in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you feel like something's been out of place, remember your lack of voting could have you tolerating something that's bad for you and your family for the next 4 years.
Exactly. And don't be thinking that your vote don't count. It does.
It does.
People do vote.
We need them all. For whoever you vote for, go vote. You know what I mean? Man. For whatever your best interest for your families are. You know what I mean? We're gonna try to keep on it as I remember as the podcast goes. But yeah, man, everybody needs to go vote. Everybody, or almost everybody. I want to say everybody to get close to everybody, even though I know it's not gonna be. If you can't because of Corona situation, you have fears. Make sure you do what you got to do. Go online and get a ballot sent to your home.
Yeah, absentee.
You can vote from the crib.
Call your neighborhood and they will send you an absentee vote where you can vote at home and just mail it in. That's all you got to do.
And you can get those now. You don't have to wait. You can get those now. You don't have to wait. All right. So with everything going on in the mailing system, you might want to try to get yours sent to you early. Like now. Work on it now, because you might not get it to then. All right. That's all I got to say. PJ spoke his piece, I believe.
Sure did.
Soldier, where do you want the people to find you at again?
I can find me at I don't really do them social media like that, but I got a YouTube channel. YOUNGSOLDIER 93. I'm Soldier 93. No space, no funny letters, no nothing. You know what I mean?
What can they find your page at on Pornhub?
You gotta
Light
go to
Skin
my
Stallion.
You know what I mean?
Go ahead and donate to the OnlyFans. You know what I mean?
This is coming soon. His OnlyFans coming soon. It's in the works. He in the process of taking butt naked pictures while looking over his shoulder. So, you know what I mean, he didn't like the way the last ones came out. So,
man, the light was off a little bit.
Yeah,
it's a skill.
He had a bad shadow on one of his cheeks, so he had to redo that.
I was able to shave one of the cheeks, man. It was all messed up.
Hell with gasoline draws, bro. Just light y'all up.
Soldier ain't got no drawers on. So
Hot Love, you got anything to say?
Oh, plug sincere hot love on OnlyFans.
Sincere. Oh,
yeah. That's her working title right now. You know what I mean? She only show off her feet and ankles for whatever reason, but.
All right, man, close it out. Let's go.
$8.99.
It's time to go. Close it out.
Look, this is video for LA Styles in here. Hot Love was on and off. She's warming up. We're gonna kick her soon. Don't worry about it. Young Soldier 93, Renisha 02, PJ. I don't know what happened. The coffee got disconnected way early. But we are the initiated. Make sure you hit everybody up on their social media platforms. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Make sure you comment. Again, we are the initiated. I think majority of people. Oh, I never got PJ. PJ, what platforms do you play on? Play video games on?
Oh, you mean just online or just period? Like any systems?
Yeah.
I compared with me and my cousin together, we pretty much have played every single system. I haven't played specific niche things like the Neo Geo, but pretty much everything. Right now I have PC. I got PC, Xbox, PS4, and Switch. Where I got whatever. I play anything.
What do you play majority of the time?
It really depends. I only have the PS4 for the exclusives. I got the PC mostly for work related stuff, school stuff, because I'm getting my MBA, and for recording stuff, for the YouTube channel, and then I guess it really goes in between PS4 and Xbox. I have to say that because Xbox has majority of the games that I go for. Just sometimes I gotta step away for a minute.
Okay, so. And of course, y'all know us. We be on Xbox. Our gamer tags is our gamer tags. You know, you're on Social 93, Ronisha 02. Don't follow Ronisha 02 because she will report you. Hot Love
right, I
is
got
Hot
my
Love. Calm down. I am Ice Revolver or LA Styles on everything. You know what I mean? I am your host, but we are the initiated. We also got the club on Xbox coming. Actually, it's there now. It's going to be a private group exclusive to the initiated. And then there'll be another group and people can work their way through those. So make sure you, if you're on Xbox, you can join that or at least apply to join that. You know what I mean? And then you can also have a spot or a possible spot or feature on the upcoming podcast. Again, this is your boy LA Styles. This is the initiated and we are the initiated. We catch you guys later. Peace.